He's fighting the middleweight instead of me. Jake Paul and Tyson. So that's what I'm saying. I'll fight anybody. I'm not bothered, but let's get me paid.
John Fury has brutally slammed the upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson while giving an insane warning to Tyson. Meanwhile, UFC icon Conor McGregor has made his feelings clear on the upcoming boxing fight. During his chat with James Corden on SiriusXM, McGregor expressed his stance on whether it should even happen at all. He began, "For me, it does set a bad precedent in the industry, because what you've got now is, and I would say this to the young athletes coming up, men and women, don't aspire to be one of these YouTube fighters." McGregor stated that engaging in small smash and grab fights might earn a few likes, but there's nothing substantial to it, and it's hollow. He added that while such fights can be profitable, they lack depth. According to Conor McGregor, aspire for world titles. Aspire for the Olympics. That is how you etch your name in history. Doing these little smash and grab fights, you might get a few likes, but there's nothing substantial to it. It's hollow. It can be profitable, but it's hollow. Moreover, McGregor observed a trend among young fighters who are not interested in competing in the amateur scene or striving to win a national title. He emphasized the importance of having gold on the waist and etching one's name on the belt. He added, "And I'm noticing a trend in young fighters coming up that are not even interested in competing in the amateur scene or rising up to win a national title. You need the gold on the waist. You need to etch your name on the belt." Paul, in previous discussions, openly expressed his ambition to ascend to the pinnacle of his sport and claim the title of world champion within the forthcoming years. He recently told his girlfriend Judah Leardom that he had been thinking about their futures. He mentioned that when she competes in the Winter Olympics in 2 years, he plans to be fighting for a world championship. Paul suggested that they both could potentially become world champions and be ranked #1 in the world together, speculating that they might be the first couple to achieve this.
I was thinking about it the other day, but at the time you're going to the Olympics in 2 years, and then that's going to be when I'm probably going to be fighting for a world championship. And so we both could potentially be world champions, #1 in the world together.
An Olympic champion, yeah.
And I think that might be the first couple to do that. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Mauricio Suleiman expresses his backing for the impending showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, believing that the spectacle holds the potential to benefit the world of boxing. In July, a highly anticipated match unfolds as Paul, now among the most revered figures, steps into the ring against the ex-heavyweight champion of the globe. Paul has made a strong comeback with several notable victories, but when he steps into the ring with Tyson, he'll be up against one of the most iconic figures in boxing history. About the fight this summer, Suleiman said, "Paul is a young, strong, upcoming fighter with great social media followers, and if it is an exhibition, then we have to support it. It is good for boxing. So let's support it and make it a great event for kids to look up to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul." Similarly, WWE icon Triple H hit out at the critics of the Tyson versus Paul fight before joking about the unique way the fight got sanctioned. The King of Kings showers ample encouragement upon Tyson, the erstwhile heavyweight world champion, as he makes numerous appearances within the realm of WWE. Criticism has swirled from both boxers and influencers due to the significant age gap between them, yet Triple H remains unwavering in his support. During a lively chat on his podcast Impulsive, Triple H said, "When I first heard that deal, and I saw the announcement just like everybody else did, I was like, he's gonna fight Tyson. And then just in my mind, I was like, oh, that'll be a good pay-per-view, that'd be cool." Triple H remarked that initially, he thought they were going to run a pay-per-view event. However, when he realized it was just going to be on Netflix, he exclaimed that Jake Paul is a genius. Triple H said, "I was like, are they going to run a pay-per-view? And then when I realized, no, it's just on Netflix. Oh my, kid's a genius." Concerns have been sparked regarding Tyson's well-being, as he's known for frequent cannabis use and was observed relying on a walking aid just a few months back. Triple H commented on the critics, saying that he applauds both fighters for accepting the fight. He added, "My hat's off to both of them for taking the fight. I understand people's concern for Mike and all that stuff. He's a grown man if he wants to take that challenge. And medically, they check him out, they say he's okay, then let's go." Since hanging up his gloves, Tyson has created a cannabis empire where he is the proud owner of a 40-acre weed ranch in California. He has since hinted he plans to stop smoking to return to peak physical condition to face Paul. Podcast host Logan Paul made a hilarious reference to Tyson's reveal that he once smoked toad venom, which caused Triple H to joke about what led the medical examiners to clear the veteran boxer to fight. The DX legend said, "He got so high he just got all the people that were doing the testing really high and they just passed him." Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Jake Paul is an active 10-fight professional with 6 knockouts to his name. Triple H emphasized the continued threat posed by Tyson and offered his own prediction for the fight. He said, "If the old Mike Tyson shows up for 5 minutes, like, how do you get past that? Right? He doesn't need to be there for the whole fight. Just needs to be there for 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. I hear your strategy and I see your strategy. I don't know that I wouldn't just run for 2-3 rounds and hope that he gets tired." However, the question everyone seems to be asking is if the fight is shaping up to be a spectacle or a serious showdown. Concerns have arisen regarding the significant age gap between the two contenders. Nonetheless, the upcoming bout has captured substantial attention due to various rule considerations. These encompass debates on whether headgear should be worn, the utilization of gloves, and the absence of judges to score the match, among others. However, in an exclusive interview with Fox News, the problem child divulged insights into both his and Iron Mike's preferences for the nature of the fight. Paul expressed his frustration, stating that people on the internet will believe anything they see or hear, and that there has been a lot of misinformation circulating.
Yeah, man, it's so annoying that people on the internet will believe anything they see or hear. There's been so much misinformation.
The right-leaning pundit was eager to uncover the nature of the showdown with Tyson, questioning whether it was merely a display. Jesse Waters sought the unvarnished truth amidst the recent whirlwind of debate surrounding the issue. Jake Paul revealed that he and Tyson are keen on turning their upcoming bout into a professional boxing match. Paul stated that they want their fight to be a professional one with full face shots, and they are submitting that request to the commission. He described the bout as an all-out war and addressed the fake videos circulating about not being able to hit each other and using big gloves.
And I want this to be a pro fight, full face shots. We're submitting that request to the commission. It's an all-out war. There's been all these fake videos about not being able to hit each other, big gloves, all of that stuff, and it's all, as Trump would say, fake news.
Across the network, at the opposite side, Mike Tyson revealed that the upcoming bout would indeed be an exhibition match, albeit governed by real fight regulations. Sean Hannity, the host of the Fox News channel, Show Hannity, asked, "There's been a lot of rumors out there about the fight that maybe you're gonna have 18-ounce gloves, you're gonna be wearing headgears, any truth in it?" Mike Tyson responded by stating that the information is not true. Tyson insisted that this is a fight. He said, "No, not true at all. Not true, no true. Listen, this is called an exhibition, but if you look up exhibition, you will not see any of those laws that we're fighting under. This is a fight." On the other hand, Jake Paul issued a stark warning to Mike Tyson, stating his intention to send his teeth flying when they step into the ring this summer. Paul is the favorite to win, but when asked what he would do if Tyson tries to bite his ear as he did to Evander Holyfield, Paul told Fox News, "He can't bite my ear off if I knock his teeth out. I'm the faster man. He's the much stronger man, but I'm fresh. He's experienced. I'm smart, but in the ring he may be smarter, so it's a really interesting matchup." In addition, Paul commented that facing Tyson will be challenging since he looks formidable and is known as Iron Mike. However, Paul expressed confidence in his abilities, believing he has what it takes to defeat Tyson. Paul added, "I believe I have what it takes to beat him, and I know this is the toughest test of my life, and it's an honor to be in there with Mike, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one who gets my hand raised." But Tyson has claimed he is afraid of Paul having recently started his training camp. Tyson said, "I have a weird personality. I don't think it's weird though. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. That's how it is." Tyson emphasized that his personality is to confront anything he's afraid of. Currently, he expressed being scared to death about the upcoming fight. He added, "I was afraid of the Roy Jones fight. I was 100 pounds overweight. I was however old, 54, 53, and I said let's do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. That's my personality. Right now, I'm scared to death." However, as the fight approaches, Tyson explains that he becomes less nervous because it becomes a reality for him, and in that reality, he feels invincible. Tyson added, "I always believed that adversity and nervousness pretty much catapulted me into success. If I didn't have these feelings, I wouldn't go into this fight. I have to have these feelings to fight. Without them, I would never go in the ring. As the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality, and in reality, I'm invincible." The anticipated showdown remains a hotbed of debate. It remains to be seen what the next announcement will entail concerning their highly anticipated showdown on July 20th. Nonetheless, the fans are largely disapproving of the decision made by both fighters. Social media erupted with fans expressing their dismay, with numerous voices raising concerns about the moral implications of this clash. In a single tweet, a prevailing sentiment emerges, criticizing Jake Paul for his audacity in taking on a 57-year-old legend. A fan said, "Nah, Jake Paul is so shameless. This guy legit wants to beat up an old man." Concerns about Tyson's age and the substantial risk involved in facing a significantly younger opponent resonate strongly among fans. Another member of the discussion brings attention to the logistical challenges, indicating the possible impediments the endeavor could encounter from regulatory authorities, parties, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. They said, shouldn't this be a good enough reason to not go ahead with it? If it can't be sanctioned and you have to appeal, clearly it shouldn't be happening. A supporter argued that any organization endorsing this bout as a professional match ought to forfeit its license and be compelled to cease operations. The fan said, if any commission sanctions it as a pro bout, they want shutting down and their license to do so taken off them. The fight's financial objectives are dubious as well. This cynicism is a reflection of the idea that winning the battle is less important to competitive integrity than making money. This fan said, yeah, right, this is just a money grab. Tyson ain't really gonna box like he should. Above all, safety is a top priority. This anxiety draws attention to the possible risks of a professional fight, particularly in light of the large age difference. According to this fan, will never happen as a pro fight. Tyson gets KO'd if that were too happy, so will never be sanctioned. The ongoing drama between Paul and Tyson keeps captivating social media audiences. Amid swirling debates about ethics, sanctioning obstacles, and safety worries shared online, the destiny of this bout remains shrouded in uncertainty. Fans are even discussing the testing issue of the match. This fan said, Keyshawn Davis got suspended for a positive marijuana test in Texas. There is zero chance Mike doesn't have weed in his system. They sanctioned this, and I'm Davis. I sue the out of the Texas Commission. Similarly, John Fury expressed his bewilderment regarding Mike Tyson's decision to fight Jake Paul. The notorious patriarch of the boxing world, Fury Sr., has persistently issued challenges to Tyson, aiming to entice the American into a showdown. This even extended to face-to-face encounters, such as their rendezvous in Saudi Arabia during his son Tommy Fury's clash with Paul last year. Even so, the battle has not materialized, and Fury is genuinely perplexed by the choice. John Fury told Seconds Out that he was the same age as Tyson and expressed his surprise at Tyson's decision to fight Jake Paul. He mentioned that even His Excellency Turki Alalshik had been shocked that Tyson didn't want to fight him. Fury added that he must have a presence, being the Gypsy King's dad.
I'm the same age as him, you know, what the hell's wrong with him? I don't know, even Turkey, so I'm shocked. His Excellency said to me, I'm shocked Mike Tyson didn't want to fight you. I'm shocked myself. But I'll tell you what, I must have a presence. The Gypsy King mustn't admit Gypsy King's dad.
Fury added that Tyson chose to fight a middleweight instead of him. He stated that he's willing to fight anyone and is not bothered by it, but emphasized the importance of being paid what he's worth. John Fury acknowledged the risks involved in boxing, including the possibility of being killed, but expressed his willingness to risk his life for the right fight, which he identified as a match against Mike Tyson.
But pay me what I'm worth. You can get killed, can't you? But listen, I'm willing to risk my life for the right fight, you know what I'm saying? And the right fight is him, Mike Tyson. Listen, grow up here!
Iron. Mike didn't dismiss the possibility of an exhibition when they crossed paths. In fact, he was moved to tears upon discovering the story behind Tyson Fury's namesake. It would undoubtedly be a better fit for Fury Sr., who shares a comparable age with the heavyweight icon, but is quite distant from his prime. Last year, Tyson told Fury he was out of his mind, challenging him to a fight. Speaking ahead of Tyson Fury's fight against Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia, Tyson said, John Fury is out of mind about the exhibition. I'll tell you what has impressed me so much at the weigh-in and press conference. Normally they have to be tough, but it was all love in there. It was a majestic sign of, we're fighting each other. Just amazing. I've never experienced anything like that. On the other hand, Tommy Fury has refused to predict the fight between Tyson and Paul. Tommy Fury has also criticized the impending fight. He said to Jamal Niaz, I don't want to give a prediction on that. It is a 60-year-old man getting in the ring with a 26-year-old man. Tommy Fury added that he finds it disgraceful to want to fight a legend like Tyson at this stage of his career. He pointed out that Tyson now is not the same as he was in his prime. He added, it is disgraceful. At the end of the day, if you are a good man, you don't want to fight a legend like that now. What Tyson was is not what he is now. These 10-second clips on the internet for a minute look great, but anyone can do that. Fury commented on the fight's duration, stating that Tyson will certainly feel the effects of the bout. He also expressed his belief that Jake Paul couldn't defeat him, suggesting that Paul is instead choosing to fight a 60-year-old Tyson. He added, the fight isn't a minute. At 60, you are going to feel it. And I know one thing, Paul couldn't beat me, so he is jumping in the ring with a 60-year-old. But Jake Paul hasn't done himself any favors. Tommy Fury further stated that he wouldn't step into the ring with Mike Tyson if given the opportunity tomorrow. He emphasized the importance of having respect in such decisions. He added, would I get in the ring with Mike Tyson if I was offered it tomorrow? No, you have to have some respect for you, I think. In another update, Mike Tyson expressed complete disagreement with Floyd Mayweather's perspective on the most significant issue in boxing. Mayweather now contends that the proliferation of championships is posing a significant challenge challenge to the sport's integrity. In contrast to combat sports leagues such as the UFC, where a single champion reigns over each weight division, boxing boasts numerous champions across various sanctioning bodies. Mayweather contends that the absence of a unified super champion poses a significant challenge within the sport. He said, "There are too many champions in the sport of boxing right now. Too many champions. There's no such thing as a super champion, not at all. And I'm not taking anything away from any fighter. It's too many belts." Mayweather explained that the reason for the proliferation of titles and belts in boxing is due to the sanctioning fees. He stated that if a fighter holds just the regular belt, they are required to pay a sanctioning fee. According to Mayweather, and the reason why it's too many, let me tell people what's going on in the sport of boxing, why there are so many different titles and so many different belts. If a fighter has just the regular belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. Mayweather continued by saying that even a super champion is required to pay a sanctioning fee. He expressed concern about the current state of boxing, where every fighter is now considered a champion. He added, "This is not good for the sport of boxing. Every fighter is a champion now. Belts now are like a fighter winning an amateur trophy. We gotta clean this sport of boxing up. This doesn't look good." Tyson, who will take on Jake Paul in July, disputes Mayweather's claim. He is convinced that boasting a plethora of champions translates to greater earnings for fighters, since an abundance of title bouts paves the way for grander spectacles, ultimately generating more revenue. Tyson said, "Boxing can never have too many belts, because every time there's a championship fight, that's more money for the fighter. There's never enough belts. Say there's one champion and there are 10 guys contenders. How long is it going to take to go through these 10 guys? Plus, they got to go through each other." Tyson commented that having 3 champions is beneficial because it means more opportunities for fights and more people getting paid. Tyson added, "It's good to have 3 champions because every time there's a fight, everybody can get paid. Everybody makes money. That's what this business is about, money." Notably, it remains uncertain if there will be a ceremonial championship at stake in Tyson's upcoming bout against Paul. While Tyson is gearing up for an unexpected return to the ring to take on Paul, opinions among fans are sharply split regarding the fight. While some express excitement at Tyson's comeback to professional boxing, others raise concerns about the safety of the match. But Tyson fired back at those criticizing him, asserting that their disdain stems from nothing but envy towards him and Paul. He told Reuters, "I'm 58 and what? I'm getting billions of views from just talking to somebody about fighting. Everybody, even most of the athletes, they're jealous. That's whack. I say in your prime, you couldn't draw 1 million people, man. What are you talking about? You couldn't sell out an arena. Who at 58 could sell out an 80,000-seat arena?" Tyson pointed out that Jake Paul wants to fight him because he draws a crowd. While many boxers may want to fight Paul, Tyson believes that only Paul's fans would show up for those fights. Tyson said, "The other guys, their parents might not even come to watch them. That's just keeping it real. They're too boring for their children to watch. It's like watching grass grow." Even as he takes a jab at contemporary boxers, Tyson hasn't hesitated to show his respect for 2 heavyweight champions of our time. Mike recently talked about Tyson Fury's controversial points win over Francis Ngannou from October. He said, "Watching this gives me chills. So many memories. The ring was not just a battleground, but also a stage where I could showcase my indomitable spirit, resilience, and determination." Tyson aims to showcase the entirety of those 3 qualities when he squares off against Paul in the upcoming summer showdown. As of now, the format of the fight remains uncertain, whether it will be a fully sanctioned professional bout, a non-scored encounter following professional regulations, or simply an exhibition match. Even so, if the battle is to be assessed, the bookies put Paul as the early favorite to win. The problem child stands as the favored contender with odds of 4-6 to triumph in the upcoming bout, while Tyson holds the position of the slight underdog at 7-5, as per the latest figures from Odds Checker. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.